Have you ever wondered what the difference is between methylcobalamin and cyanocobalamin? Well, you're not alone. These two types of vitamin B12 often spark a flurry of questions and confusion. Vitamin B12, also known as cobalamin, comes in several forms, but it's the methylcobalamin and cyanocobalamin versions that are most commonly discussed and compared. These two compounds may have similar names, but they're not exactly identical twins. Each has its own unique properties and effects on our bodies. First and foremost, what's important to remember is that vitamin B12 plays a crucial role in our bodies. It's involved in the function of every cell, helping with activities like DNA synthesis, energy production, nerve cell health, and red blood cell formation. The different forms of this vitamin, namely methylcobalamin and cyanocobalamin, are not interchangeable, and understanding their differences can influence our health decisions. So let's delve a little deeper into these two forms of vitamin B12. First off, what exactly is methylcobalamin? Well, methylcobalamin is a naturally occurring form of vitamin B12, often referred to as the active form of B12. Unlike its synthetic counterpart, cyanocobalamin, methylcobalamin is found in nature, specifically in animal-based foods like meat, fish, eggs, and dairy. It's essentially the form of vitamin B12 that our bodies recognize and can use immediately. Now let's talk about bioavailability. You might be asking, what's that? In simple terms, bioavailability refers to how much of a substance our bodies can actually use after it's been absorbed. Methylcobalamin boasts a high bioavailability, meaning a larger proportion of it is absorbed and used by the body compared to other forms of vitamin B12. This leads us to the absorption rate. Methylcobalamin is absorbed quickly and efficiently in the body. This is partially due to its natural occurrence and bioavailability, but also because it doesn't require conversion in the body to be used. This is a key point that sets it apart from other forms of vitamin B12, which must be converted into a usable form before they can be utilized by the body. Now, how does methylcobalamin impact our health, particularly neurological health? Methylcobalamin plays a pivotal role in the functioning of the brain and nervous system. It's involved in the synthesis of myelin, a substance that forms a protective layer around our nerves, and it also aids in the production of neurotransmitters, which are chemicals that transmit signals in the brain. Moreover, methylcobalamin is known for its quick action. Once it's absorbed, it gets to work immediately, supporting energy levels, brain function, and overall neurological health. That gives us a good understanding of methylcobalamin. But what about cyanocobalamin? Well, stay tuned to find out more about this synthetic form of vitamin B12 and how it compares to its natural counterpart. Now, let's turn our attention to cyanocobalamin. You've probably seen this form of vitamin B12 on the label of your multivitamin, and there's a good reason for it. Cyanocobalamin is the most stable form of vitamin B12, thanks to its synthetic nature. This stability is largely due to the presence of a cyanide molecule, which, before you panic, is present in such small amounts that it's completely harmless. This synthetic quality also gives cyanocobalamin a longer shelf life, making it the go-to choice for most manufacturers. But while it may be the most stable, it's not immediately ready for our bodies to use. Here's where things get a bit scientific. When we ingest cyanocobalamin, our bodies have to convert it into a form that they can use. This conversion process takes place in two stages. First, our bodies convert cyanocobalamin into hydroxycobalamin. Then, the hydroxycobalamin gets converted into methylcobalamin and adenosylcobalamin, the two active forms of vitamin B12 that our bodies can readily use. But there's a catch. This conversion process isn't always efficient in everyone. Factors like genetics, age, and certain health conditions can affect how well our bodies can convert cyanocobalamin into a usable form. This means that for some people, taking cyanocobalamin might not provide the same benefits as taking a supplement that's already in an active form like methylcobalamin. So while cyanocobalamin does have its advantages, like being more stable and having a longer shelf life, it's important to consider that it does require conversion in the body to be used. And that conversion process may not be as efficient in everyone. So we've now covered both methylcobalamin and cyanocobalamin. But how do they stack up against each other? Now that we know about both, let's compare methylcobalamin and cyanocobalamin. When it comes to absorption, methylcobalamin has a slight edge. It's readily available for your body to use as it doesn't require any conversion. Cyanocobalamin, on the other hand, needs to be converted into a usable form, which could be a stumbling block for some individuals. In terms of effectiveness, both forms are capable of fulfilling your vitamin B12 needs. However, methylcobalamin is often touted as the more bioactive form, meaning it might be more efficiently utilized by your body. Now, let's talk about cost. You might find that cyanocobalamin supplements are typically more affordable than their methylcobalamin counterparts. This is because cyanocobalamin is easier and cheaper to produce. But what about suitability? Well, for most people, either form should work just fine. However, there are exceptions. For instance, individuals with certain genetic conditions that impair the body's ability to convert cyanocobalamin may be better off with methylcobalamin. Similarly, those with kidney issues might want to steer clear of cyanocobalamin, as the conversion process produces a small amount of cyanide, which is normally harmless but could be problematic for those with compromised kidney function. So, there's no definitive winner here. Both forms of vitamin B12 have their pros and cons, and the best choice really depends on your individual needs and circumstances. So, as you can see, both forms have their unique characteristics. To wrap it up, let's summarize what we've learned today. Methylcobalamin and cyanocobalamin are two forms of vitamin B12, each with its unique characteristics. Methylcobalamin is naturally occurring and easily absorbed, while cyanocobalamin is synthetic but cheaper and longer lasting. Understanding these differences is crucial when selecting a vitamin B12 supplement. Remember, the best choice for you depends on your individual health needs. Always consult with a healthcare provider when choosing dietary supplements.